Hi everyone, I'm Alex, and today we're going to delve into another distressing case together. Our story today begins in Colts Neck, New Jersey, a serene little farm community with less than 10,000 people. It was a well-off community near the Jersey Shore and within driving distance to New York City, only 50 miles away. In 2013, 41-year-old Donna lived in a cute little farmhouse with her teenage daughter Kirsten. After enjoying a few fun days celebrating the 4th of July with family and friends, Donna was preparing to go to sleep as July 6th came to a close. Shortly after midnight on July 7th, 2013, during a heat wave on the East Coast, Donna thought she heard her cat scratching at the door. When she went to let him in, she saw a man on her front porch with a knife, cutting into the screen of her window. Fear immediately set in as he charged at the door and stabbed the knife through the opening, cutting Donna's finger. He managed to enter the house and stood before Donna with a knife, staring directly at her. He could have simply held her hostage, taken her car keys, and left, yet he chose not to. He began to attack her with a knife, slashing her face and right cheek. She was shocked and couldn't understand why he was doing this. Fear turned to horror as everything happened quickly yet felt like slow motion. He could have stopped and left, but he continued to slash her left neck multiple times. In between, he stabbed her chest. Donna tried to apply pressure to my wounds and back away, feeling terrified and confused. As she backed up against a wall, he approached her with the knife extended towards her. She attempted to grab the knife with left hand, but only ended up cutting myself. Donna made it to the bathroom doorway before legs gave out, and she slid to the floor. Covered in blood, she struggled to stay conscious and keep pressure on my wounds. Despite the opportunity to leave, he continued to attack while she was on the floor, jabbing with the knife. Donna tried to avoid the jabs, but there was nowhere to go. He cut her face and jabbed at abdomen before plunging the knife into the back of neck. As all of this was unfolding, she was filled with horror. She could taste, smell, and hear the blood pouring out. It was a nightmare. He walked away, heading towards the kitchen table. Donna lay there, terrified and in shock, bleeding profusely. He had the chance to leave, but he didn't. He asked car keys and a lighter. Donna told him that she couldn't die like this, that she had a daughter who needed her. She directed him to where car keys and lighter were. He found them, but instead of leaving, he returned, declared her dead, and stabbed one final time before walking out the door. Her mind raced as she lay there, the front door wide open. She wanted to shut and lock it, but feared he would hear. She waited, hoping to hear car start and leave. But there was only silence. Donna struggled to stay conscious, wondering why he hadn't left yet. Finally, she mustered the strength to go upstairs to the bedroom where phone was. Looking out the window, Donna saw he was still there, sitting in the car. She called 911, her hands slippery with blood. Upon arrival, police officers discovered a gruesome scene inside the house. There was blood everywhere, with a large pool of blood on the floor that had seeped into the carpet. They also found bloody foot and handprints leading up the steps, resembling something out of a horror movie. Donna lost consciousness after making the 911 call. She woke up to the sound of police entering the house, only to lose consciousness again as they approached. When they found Donna and started talking to her, she regained consciousness once more. She remembers police officer cradling her head and speaking to her, providing comfort and reassurance. Donna felt relieved that she was not alone in her time of need and grateful for the presence of the police officers. Donna was in a very critical condition. She was covered in blood, holding her neck with a major wound that she had been applying pressure to. Police officer immediately took over applying pressure to her neck and holding her head. He also noticed a large wound on her chest, causing her to lose a lot of blood. He called for other police officer to find something to apply pressure to her chest, which he did quickly. Despite Donna's injuries, she managed to speak with police officers about her daughter and a recent barbecue they had enjoyed. She provided with details of the attack. The Colts Neck First Aid Squad arrived to provide further assistance. Police officers got her into the ambulance and rushed her to Jersey Shore Medical Center. One of police officer followed behind the ambulance. Donna was rushed into surgery upon arrival at the hospital. There was uncertainty about whether she would survive. Police officers were unsure if this was a murder or attempted murder case. They were tasked with collecting her clothing and personal belongings as evidence. When Donna arrived at the hospital, she had already lost more than half of her blood. Luckily, there was an event nearby that had some of the best trauma doctors in the country, and some of them were still in town. They received an urgent call and were ready for Donna. When the ambulance arrived at the emergency room, Donna was quickly taken into trauma surgery, where she underwent a 7-hour procedure. Despite doubts from many, Donna survived and was placed on life support. Upon waking up in the hospital, Donna was in disbelief and overwhelmed by the smell of her blood-soaked hair. She was grateful for the skilled doctors, who were able to minimize scarring on her neck by sewing together the slashes. They also had to crack open her sternum to repair internal injuries from the wounds to her chest. Unfortunately, she suffered nerve damage on one side of her body from a stab wound to the back of her neck, resulting in permanent damage. Although she had surgery to fix her drooping eyelid, there was no procedure to repair the nerve damage. Since everyone was a suspect at that point, even her daughter Kirsten was considered one. The police could only tell her that Donna had been attacked and was being taken to a hospital, but they couldn't provide any further details. Following the assault, a manhunt began for the attacker. Detective revealed that before Donna's 911 call, a driver had reported seeing a young man hitchhiking near Donna's home. Although the police responded, the young man had disappeared. Another call came in after the attack, this time from Taco Bell employees, who saw a young man matching the description, walking through their drive-thru with a knife. Although the police didn't find him, they discovered Donna's stolen car, abandoned behind a movie theater while searching the area. A Taco Bell customer who had seen the suspect helped create a sketch, which Donna confirmed resembled the person who had stabbed her. A tip eventually led investigators to 16-year-old Brennan Doyle, who lived near Donna's home. Doyle matched the suspect's sketch and had recently cut his hair short. When the Doyle family returned from a trip, detective visited their house to check Brennan's hair. She noticed that he seemed nervous and was wearing a baseball hat, but his short haircut was visible. Detective continued to monitor Doyle while following up on other leads. In the autumn of 2013, employees at a bowling alley in the strip mall, where Ong Siako's car had been abandoned, informed the police that they had discovered a knife on their roof. Investigators obtained a warrant to search Doyle's residence, where they found a similar knife. They had also obtained a warrant for Brennan's DNA, which was a match to DNA found in Ong Siako's stolen car. In late October, Doyle was arrested and charged with 6 counts, including attempted murder and carjacking. He pleaded not guilty. As the prosecutors prepared for trial, the details of the events on the night of Ong Siako's attack were revealed. According to investigative reports, Doyle claimed that before the stabbing, he had consumed hallucinogenic magic mushrooms. He stated that he became paranoid and felt disconnected from reality. He mentioned that he had a knife in his hand, leading his father to lock him out of their home. Investigators believed that Doyle had approached Ong Siako's house that night, intending to steal her car. In August 2015, Doyle pleaded guilty to carjacking and attempted murder. The prosecution dropped the other charges. Doyle was sentenced to 15 years in state prison. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please put any opinions and thoughts in the comment section. They always generate an interesting dialogue. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated on new stories from around the world. See you soon. Take care.